Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a quick beer review. I'm going to be reviewing readily available beers. We're taking a pause from that tonight because we got a beer from my man Jared. Appreciate you, brother. Love you. Thanks for sharing this. From Shred Beer Company, Rockland, right? I almost said Roseville. Rockland, California. This is High Binds. I do believe this was the first beer that they canned when they opened, and then they rebrewed it and canned it again. I think that's right. Don't know if that's 100% correct, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. Love the label art on this one. Per the can, West Coast IPA, 7% alcohol by volume. Mosaic, Nelson, Simcoe, and Citra, four of my favorite hops of all time. This was canned on November 2nd. Time of recording, it is November 15th. It is my brother-in-law's 40th birthday today. So we're gonna celebrate for him. Into the West Coast IPA is Dead glass, because you guys know West Coast IPA is dead. Yeah, I've talked about Shred, Zach and Amy. Zach was at Slice. Amy was down at Aero Lodge. They moved up to the old Out of Bounds in Rockland, opened Shred. I was there over the summer. Awesome spot. So if you're anywhere near there, check them out. Being completely honest, I love the people who own this place. They are dear friends, but I'm always honest when I review their beers. So just putting that out there, just to be transparent. They are my friends and I love them. So, but I don't like to bullshit people. So this beer, holy smokes, it is light. It is that light lemonade color, that new school West Coast IPA, crystal clear, tons of carb, but the head is dissipating. Is that because it's heavily hopped with the hop oils killing the head? I don't know, but plenty of carb in the glass. That head was, I don't know, half a finger. It's bright white, it's sudsy, it looks awesome. Probably looks darker on camera, because they always do. Let's see what it smells like. It smells like hop candy. Gosh, it smells so good. This beer smells fucking awesome. It's got that cool, like, I always, you know, Mosaic, I've talked about blueberry. It's like blueberry cushy though. It smells like a bag of weed. It's West Coast, like that's what you do. It's got a tiny bit of that Nelson funk. Not crazy, not overwhelming. There's a lot of people who aren't big fans of Nelson, so if that's the case with you, this isn't crazy Nelson forward. There's a good amount of like this cool, just like earthiness. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just this cool, it's weird because it's been 80 degrees in North County, San Diego. It poured rain today. And when you go outside when it rains, like it just has like that, I don't know, that rainy smell. It almost like has something like that, kind of just like dusty, kind of dirty. That could be coming from the Mosaic. And plenty of citrus. It's like a, I always make fun of this word. It's a melange of just rad, blueberry, cushy, citrusy, funky, earthy, West Coast goodness. Some cool bready sweetness too. So let's go ahead and taste it, Jared. Love you, bro. Cheers. So, spoiler alert, I had this beer last weekend when Jared first sent it, and I thought it was great, but with another week in the can, I think it's mellowed out a little bit, and it's become a bit fruitier. When I first had it, there was a good amount of bitterness, almost like a like an intense, like catty kind of Simcoe vibe. Like Simcoe was very powerful, not overpowering, but very prominent. When I first had this, which I like, I'm a big Simcoe guy. I think with another week in the can that it's been now, like more of the new school West Coast, like fruitiness is coming out. That blueberry's there. It's got that dankness, but it's not crazy dank now. But tons and tons of like sweet tangerine. A little bit of pithy citrus. But this is light, it's bright, it's zesty, it is dry on the finish, and it makes me want to chug it. Yeah, that catty Simcoe thing is still there, but it's not as forward as it was. And like I said, that wasn't a bad thing for me when I first drank it, but I could see some people not loving that. As this is warmed up a bit, it just kind of stays pithy on your tongue. I like that. It's that like lemon zesty orange peel thing. There was a bready sweetness that you were smelling. It's bready on the finish. It's got that cool like kind of sourdough bread crust thing. Works well. That sweetness works well with the hops. Mixes well with that fruitiness that you're getting, and that catty kind of earthy thing. It's just a rad beer. I don't think it's as fruity as a lot of the new school West Coast IPAs are. I was talking, gosh, who was it? John? Was it John who was commenting on some of my North Park new school West Coast IPAs, and he's just talking about how they're too fruity for him. He wants like more of like an old school vibe. I think the Simcoe in this beer kind of gives more of that old school vibe, but this is really good stuff. I very much enjoy it. So, yeah, and high binds, it's drinking at 2 weeks in the can, fantastic. It was really, really good at 1 week in the can, but I think that Simcoe's kind of mellowed out a bit, and it's brought out more of like those fruity hot flavors. So yeah, smoke them if you got them. I don't know when this is going to upload, but if you see this and you're into new school West Coast IPA, definitely seek this one out. So that's High Binds from Shred, Rockland, California. If you guys have had it, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Like I said, if you're up near Sacramento, make the trip out there. It's a cool space, great beer. They make awesome West Coast stuff, good hazy stuff, good lagers. All the stouts I've had from Zach are good. Like it's solid beer. So that's it. I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys watching. See you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.